And we're back on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott. Thank you so much for joining us today on CentralValleyTalk.com. My next guest is Brandon Gray from Wild Child Adventures. I like that name, Brandon.
Thank you, sir.
You do birthday parties for kids? And
yeah, I do birthday parties.
Fun activities?
A lot of different events through the library program, schools, daycares, preschools, you name it, church events, company events.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been doing this now 9 years. This show I have is my main thing. Done that show now probably close to 2,200 times, I guess, in that neighborhood. Do bubble playtime and balloon artistry, and I don't know, countless hours of those. Haven't counted on those.
Did you grow up saying I want to be a children's entertainer?
You know, this is honestly the furthest thing away from anything I could have possibly ever imagined.
So how did you fall into it? How did it happen?
You know, it's just a series of events. Kind of stumbled upon it. I was really quiet, shy, introvert kid in high school. I think I'm doing birthday parties for people that are my age that I went to school with. They have kids, and I don't think their expectations too high at all because I was just really quiet in high school. And then
you bloomed.
Yeah, I was finishing my biology degree over at Fresno State back in 2001. I was working as a river guide for the San Joaquin River Conservancy, as well as a scientific aide in fish and game. And I, out of the blue, got my degree. Decided to send out resumes to Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and a bunch of other cruise ships to work in the children's division. And Royal Caribbean Cruise Ships hired me up in the children's entertainment division with barely any experience working with kids, barely any experience in entertainment, and it just all blossomed from there. Next thing I knew, I was trying to do little quick bubble shows for birthday parties on the weekend while I finally figured out what I wanted to do for
on the ships. Or
you know, I spent 2.5 years, 5 contracts on the ship, and it just after a while, I think mainly
it gets tiring, doesn't it?
It does. You see the ports over and over, and everybody thinks that's crazy. You're like,
come on, Ensenada.
How could you not like
lovely Ensenada?
But after a while, it became a beach is a beach is a beach,
yeah.
and it was repetitive.
And you don't get a day off for like 6 months, right?
Basically, yeah. We have 5-month contracts. You know, a lot of the people have 6 and 8-month contracts, and but that's where I got my start into it. I started there. They threw a microphone in my hand day one, said, "Introduce yourself." I kind of froze up, and they're like, "You're never going to see these people. You're not going to meet them again. Don't worry if you make a mistake." And I did that.
That's a good way to look at it.
It got me past that little edge there. That was the toughest part. And then I think within 3 months, I got talked into by my cabin mate whose contract was ending. I got talked into being the cowboy and the village people on the disco for spring breaks and stuff. And next thing I know, I'm clearing out dance floors in the disco.
Did you do the YMCA thing?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then I started doing some opening acts in the theater, messed around with the DJing up in the disco, and just kind of delved in and out of a bunch of different areas on the ship, and eventually had a little routine with the bubbles. Came back here as a birthday party idea. Tied in education into the show with talking circle to sphere, square to cube, triangle to tetrahedron, the rainbow effect in the bubbles, reflections, concave versus convex, and just about anything I could think of to teach with bubbles, and it tied it right into the schools, the preschools, the daycares. And now that gives me my Monday through Friday business. So not only is it weekends constant with birthdays, then I have my midweek with the schools and daycares, preschools, and I headline the summer reading programs for the libraries up and down the valley during the summer.
Wow.
So,
what a fun job.
Yeah, it turned into a career.
I thought I had a fun job, but man, I think you had me beat. Well, let's do a little demonstration before we say goodbye, because I think folks want to see exactly what you do and why you had those black gloves on.
Why I got the black gloves on, yeah. Well, a number of different things. Of course, that one really flips out people just pulling the bubbles there, but I do have a unique bubble solution that allows me to break the seal on the break the bubble, break the seal on the bubble, and then break the bubble. Whee. My bubble solution's been kind of acting funny, but if we get it right, no, we're not going to get it right. My bubbles are going to act crazy. Let me try this one here.
Live TV, folks.
I know, I love it.
Oh.
But they are being really fussy bubbles.
We get the idea.
But we get the idea. Toss that one there, and if we toss that one, oh boy, toss that, and it should jump right in.
2 into 1. Oh,
you know,
we
get
the
TV,
idea.
I didn't play with my bubbles before. My bad.
The live shows are a lot better. Brandon, thank you so much. Well, I'd shake your hand, but your hands are all goopy.
I appreciate it.
How do folks get a hold of you?
WildChildAdventures.com. I have demos on my website, a lot better than what I was demonstrated there. And also area code 559-352 3, 6, 6, 7.
Are you booked pretty far in advance? Or?
You know, it's hard to say. The weekends, they do book up, but usually 3 to 4 weeks in advance is when they start filling in.
Did you put a dog in your show?
I have not yet. Have not yet quite put a dog in.
Put Robbie in a big bubble. What do you think?
I could do that.
All right. Brandon, thank you so much.
All right.
Brandon Gray, Wild Child Adventures, right here on Central Valley Talk.